Hello, so a few months ago, I started buying up all kinds of different planners off of Amazon because I just wanted to check out and see what was out there. And so the one I'm going to be talking about today is called The Perfect Planner by Bullet Keeper. And what it is, it's an undated planner. It's an A4 size and it has totally blank layouts for monthly and weekly views. And so what I decided to do with this video, and you'll see if you stick around, is that I have 3 different layouts that go beyond just using the days of the week to track, say, to-do lists or what have you. So I have the first layout is a to-do list with a habit tracker, adding a habit tracker to the layout. And then the second one is more career or work-based and including projects and thinking about maybe operational reoccurring tasks that you might do at work. And then the third layout is more directed towards somebody who might be going to school, taking coursework, and who just wants to use the planner to kind of keep track of their homework and due dates and all those kinds of things. So hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay, so I wanted to try doing some layouts and get creative with this undated planner. It's called The Perfect Planner by Bullet Keeper. So you can see it is kind of got a gray color to it. It's a very soft finish, but it is hardcover. And it also has shiny edging, which is really nice, almost like this foil edging, and it's got a pen loop. This is size A5. It also has 2 bookmarks. And so what I'm going to do is basically show you the blank pages in this notebook or planner, but then also kind of show you some ideas for using them. So when you open it up, you'll see there's a welcome page. And then again, it's undated. So everything in here is going to be completely undated. You're going to have to set it up yourself. The upside of that is that you can choose what day of the month you want to start your calendar month on, meaning day of the week. And you also can just get really creative with this planner. So it has the monthly view that needs to be filled out, and then you can see here there are weekly pages here. And they have about 5 or 6 of them, and then you again have the month. So I'm going to walk through on ideas for using these. So the first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to fill out the monthly view using February 2021 as the example. Alright, so I'm going to use this side as a note section, and you can see here there's lots of empty space down here that could be used for another purpose. So now I'm going to move into my first layout idea for use of this weekly view page. Alright, so the first layout, what I'm going to suggest is going beyond just maybe a to-do list and actually using this as both a to-do list and then creating a habit tracker for the week. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out for the week of February 1st. So as you can see, there's room for about 8 habits that you might want to track, and then these are the days of the week, and you could fill in for the week in addition to tracking any kind of to-dos that you may have. And then I'm going to move on to the next layout idea. All right, so for my second suggestion on how to use these pages, this is more related to work or if you are at home and you have actual projects that you're working on versus day-to-day operational tasks. And so yes, absolutely, can you use this layout for, Monday through Friday and as note section, when you're at work. But I would like to make a suggestion of using it in the following way. I'm going to put the date. So I'm going to put week of 2/22/21. And then for the week, what are my top 3 to 5 priorities? So coming into my work on Monday morning, what are my top 3 to 5 things that I need to get done this week? And then if I'm working on projects, this is a place to put them here with actions that needs to be taken. And then the other side could be used for more operations. So these are the reoccurring tasks that need to happen maybe each week or in a month that are due during this time. So for me, sometimes that looks like budget tracking and pulling in actuals and running reports, or it might be getting updates on project status. So this is what I would use that for. And I'm actually going to keep it here in this big block. And then for here, I'm going to put notes and use these 2 sections for notes. All right. So that's how one suggestion I have for using this layout. All right, so and for the third suggestion that I have on how to use this layout in this planner is more for somebody who's maybe going to school, has classes in either in a university or high school setting. And what I would suggest is having the first area be a space with a week in review, and then all of the different sections could be based by class or course that's being taken. So I'm going to go ahead and just start, and you'll see how this kind of pans out. So the idea here is to have a week in review snapshot. So for example, say you have 6 classes and homework is being assigned and or due on certain dates. The idea is that you can put a snapshot here of what might be due during this week. The idea is also that you could capture notes about the lesson. What is the topic of that lesson? What is the homework assignment? And then what is the due date? And obviously this can be used lots of different ways, but this is one of the ways that I thought it might be useful for people. So if you have any questions, please let me know.